Hey guys, welcome back.
Welcome back. And this is
Bestie.
Bestie with my bestie. That was a good play.
Better than all my compliments.
We got it on all of them, all channels.
I'm so excited. All right, so
Welcome back. I'm Marley,
I'm Vanessa.
and this is
Bestie with my bestie.
And today's a little special because we have our first guests, Andy and Eric.
Hello.
Your
We
husband
have,
and
yes, we
fiance.
have Marley's husband, Andy,
Mm-hmm.
and my fiance, soon-to-be husband, Eric,
Woo!
Oh.
a.k.a. Pedro and Super Ego.
Oh my God. We both have
Literally,
alternate
that's
identities.
funny.
You guys know Pedro, and you guys know Eric,
When
a.k.a.
you said Pedro, I was like, who? I was like, where? I was like, oh, that's right. I just,
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember that
Uh-huh.
episode. Okay.
So this is really exciting. Our first official guest, not just
Babe.
one, but two.
You have a sticker on your.
What is that? Oh, that's what you had.
Oh my gosh.
In one of the other episodes, she
And
had
on
that.
two of the episodes.
Oh, two of them.
Two of them.
It was on her
One time
foot.
it was on my leg, the next time it was on my hand.
Mm-hmm. And now it's on my pants.
The next episode is going to be on your hand.
Sorry.
All right.
Tonight we'll make love.
It's going to be mostly them talking. We're just here like, you're just going to hear these eyes flushing. Just,
I know.
I know. We got to get this away from the mics.
Me and my noises, I'm like twitching.
I know.
With the
But
Do you
water.
guys want a drink?
yes, please.
Sure.
Because they've been sitting
I
there.
like them fruity.
Okay.
That's what you like, Eric?
Yes, that's exactly
Andy, can
why I
you
like.
honest with me?
Of course.
Thanks, dude.
Of course.
I like how they could just move around with their mics, and we have
Yeah,
to hold ours
well-
I
still.
know. I'm like,
So I think,
my
yeah.
arms like trembling
We
already.
could just put it down. I don't know.
Thank you, sir.
Let's taste test. Wait, cheers.
Cheers.
Also, it's been sitting in ice.
It's not going to be like alcohol.
It's just water right now.
Oh, that's good though. It is very watered down.
Yeah. Should have given it a
You
little
guys are like
stir.
perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need a straw.
You
Oh
really?
my God.
No. I'm-
Do you really?
My
I
gosh.
think she's being serious. Now.
Everyone's like,
Oh, no, it's
Is she?
fine.
Do you want?
No, it's cool.
All right.
She's like, no, it's fine, whatever.
How guys are like, no, it's cool. And we're like, okay, cool. But really, it's not. That means like, Andy, can you get her straw?
I know.
All
so
crazy.
periods, how do they work?
Well, they come around. I was 11.
Oh gosh.
We
Um,
could totally get into that, but it's okay. We'll keep it simple and easy.
I think
for
it's
this.
funny to talk about because it makes guys feel so uncomfortable. And it's like, it's not like we asked for that to happen to us. We have no choice. You know?
Do you guys get weirded out?
With what?
Period talk.
Topic of periods.
No,
Mm-mm.
No?
no. I mean, I grew up with like no girls, really, like until my
Mhm.
sister came out later in my life. So I didn't have like that sister like, oh, I was growing up with during my adolescence. Like, oh, okay, well, sometimes girls just have their periods, and like I didn't know about it. Like, at all.
Yeah.
So
And I don't. It's weird. I don't know. I just don't feel like I get weirded out with conversations.
Yeah.
Already putting you guys on the spot. Girl
I
talk.
know.
Period.
I know,
Seriously,
right?
I know,
them.
literally.
But let's start off easy. How are you guys feeling knowing that we've talked about you on our podcast and now you're officially on our podcast?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a long time coming. I'm always editing, and I watch you guys like talk about me. I'm just like, oh.
Okay. That.
Well, he used to
Oh,
be in the room.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and then I got kicked out of the girl talk,
Yeah.
whatever, you know. But it's fine.
It wasn't
Now
the
it just-
same.
But it's cool though because now, like, when I edit it, it's all new to me. So
Yeah.
now I don't have to listen to it twice.
he's sitting there editing, just like that bitch.
He's like taking this out, taking
Oh, I
this
take out
out.
so many
Literally.
things. Vanessa cusses a lot.
I
So
know. It's a
Yeah.
problem.
we haven't cussed, so the better we don't, right?
Oh, we haven't?
Yeah, that's
We can bleep
true.
it out, but
Yeah, we're just gonna beep everything out. Well, you're just gonna bleep everything out. But no, whenever he's editing, I love when I hear him laughing.
Okay.
Just because I'm like, okay,
it's working.
It's a good, yeah, it's a good episode. Or like, you know, for a guy to laugh at a girl podcast, it's kind of like, I don't know,
It's
like
not that funny.
We
guys.
got them.
Sorry.
Got you, bitch.
Gotcha,
I got a question. How did you guys know that you two would be great to work on a
Ooh.
podcast together?
I feel like our differences, we're not like entirely different, but I felt like it was a good dynamic.
Let me paint
in
this
that
real quick.
kind of a
So
way.
For everyone else, like Andy and I met each other because we played Call of Duty together.
Shout out Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And then like you came over, you brought your boo. At the time, she was your fiance,
Yeah,
right?
fiance.
Is that
Oh,
correct?
that's right.
Yeah, fiance. Yeah, because we met after we got engaged.
Right. And so then after that, then it was just like, I hope our girls get along, dude. You know, because it can be a little weird sometimes whenever you try to like get your girls to get
Yeah.
along. But you guys were like, you guys clicked immediately.
Yeah.
And then when Vanessa was like, I think we might start a podcast together, I was like, do it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And it was
fuck. No, I'm just gonna add the edit.
Twitching right now. He's like,
So
Yeah.
I think that was really great, you know, especially because she got very Vanessa was very excited to like,
Yeah.
with Marley. I'm like, I think it's a great idea.
that
it.
too. It kind of, she had been talking about it. I think how we started talking about it was just how it genuinely just started by saying like we would love to do that. And I know that since we clicked so easily too, I felt like it would be a fun like idea for us to do together.
And here we are.
And
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah.
And can I say how fast it happened?
Oh,
Like you guys
yes.
talked about it,
It was from like
and then like the next weekend we
One
were
week to
here
the
like
next.
filming.
No,
Yeah.
he's not even being dramatic.
No.
They came over one weekend.
Yeah.
She's like, "Oh my gosh, like, would you ever like want to do a podcast?" I was like, "Yes, I've always wanted to do one, either solo or like find somebody." And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I have all these ideas. I even have like the title or the name of it already." And when she told me, I'm like, "Yes, I love that entire just title, the brand of it." And then literally as they went back home, we just started messaging like, what would the theme be? What would the color be? I went and got paint. I painted the walls and I'm like, let's
Oh, yeah.
do this.
bought decor, the sign, like everything.
Every single thing.
We like made it happen.
Like
it was
fast.
very fast. But
Yeah.
like we had an idea and we just went for it. And
And you know what's interesting? I remember talking to Andy about it. I'm like, hey, dude, our girls are going to start a podcast.
they beat us.
And I,
They beat us.
And I remember looking and be like, hey, whatever happens, make sure they don't fuck up our friendship. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I was like, I love our friendship a lot. I'm like, if they start fighting, like I wanted to make sure like, but you
I
guys have
don't
been doing
see
this
it.
for like, you guys are almost at 100 episodes. Wait, is it?
No.
100?
Well,
This would be our
I'm like-
35th episode.
So we're close.
oh, well.
not in order, but we've done like a total of like
Yeah.
that much.
But you guys are over 20 episodes, which is
Yes.
awesome. Just being
Yeah.
over 20 episodes.
Consecutively.
Yeah.
Good
Yes.
job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Not
Every
haven't
week.
missed a week. That was cool.
Exactly.
Good
We're
for you
doing
guys.
it.
We're doing it. We're making it happen.
2023. But yeah, this has been a long overdue, not having any guests.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. We've been talking about this for a while, really wanting that to happen. And so we talk about these two pretty much every
All
single episode. So
We talk
who better
about
than them.
sex, positions,
Yeah.
sex positions.
Hey, these are who does this is who does it.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Now you have a face for who we talk about.
They're
So
like,
let us know what's up. What you talking about? You know, okay. Well, yeah, you have. I haven't seen like one episode all the way through, but I watch a lot of like the clips that you guys,
The reels.
the
Okay.
reels, and I've shared a couple that I'm like, okay, that's hilarious. So-
Yeah.
But to me, I'm like, wow, this is a very funny topic. So, is there any topics that you guys have like talked about in the past, maybe want to bring up again right now, and then
You know, we talked about that. I feel like there are a few topics where we've said some things and then we're just like, you know what? I kind of changed my mind. Or I would like, we would like to
that's a good one. yeah.
almost redo, not redo entirely, but there are some things where we meant something else and it didn't come out the way we wanted it to, the way we were thinking. Yeah.
Should we do that one?
Which one?
The no experience with.
Oh,
But which
okay.
one were you
That would be a good one too. No, that's a good one.
That one?
That's better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sorry for the little missing blind piece right back there. We have twins, and they are rampant sometimes, and they break things.
they're
You
boys.
should- yeah.
And they're boys.
You should see the window in their room. It's
Oh, really?
yeah.
You
Why?
should not.
They
You
just
should
like
not.
You should not.
mm-mm.
Okay, but back to her question. What are you guys thinking?
Okay. So the question is, we discussed, would you rather be with someone who has no experience sexually or someone who has a lot of experience sexually?
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
My goodness. Andy?
Me?
Literally,
I'm like,
I
you
was
wanna
gonna
go
say,
first?
literally, you want to go first?
All
Yeah,
dumb.
All crazy.
All crazy.
I'm so sorry.
Hang on, these two say all crazy after every sentence. And I was telling Vanessa, I'm like, before we start this podcast, I keep thinking the word all crazy after a sentence.
I'm crazy.
So if you hear that,
You're gonna hear it a lot now.
You're gonna
Now
hear
that
it a
you
lot.
pointed it out, they're gonna like
and it's gonna be
take
all
a drink
crazy.
every time we say
Oh,
okay, you're all
yes.
dumb.
It's a good
Hey,
one.
everyone's all like,
We
don't
do
even
it?
finish. Yeah. I think I would just say
Be
no.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun both ways.
Mhm.
Just because, like, as a guy, like sometimes a girl just taking over, it'd be different. I mean, you've done that. Oh, crazy.
Dude, that came out so naturally. Okay, good.
No, but and then like I feel like it'd be cool, like I mean, just growing with that person and like kind of either molding them or teaching them, or both of you guys finding your rhythm together.
Which is what we did because we lost it to each other.
What?
Oh.
Nerds. Fucking
Yeah.
loser. I'm
So
just
we
kidding.
kind of like
Nice.
learned together
Yeah.
regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. Cool.
So yours is, but which one do you prefer? You have to choose
Yeah, you
one.
have to choose one.
Okay. I guess the no experience because it'd be
Experience?
nice to grow
Yeah.
with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, what a great question. I mean, I feel like my answer could have been different like in my 20s. I'm in my 30s. But now in my 30s, like I prefer more of like the experience, you know?
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with like the idea of like the very first time, and I think that's great. But yeah, I feel like whenever you do like the experience stuff, there's just some like little new kinky things that kind of come into the bedroom. You're like, oh, okay,
I
cool.
like that.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Like you remember that one thing, Deb? With the
Care
my
to
leg-
elaborate?
Mhm.
my leg went behind my head.
Mm-hmm.
So I started doing.
Can you guys show it? Like,
Yeah.
hey, there's
yeah.
enough space.
Oh my god, imagine. Okay, here. All crazy? No, come on.
my
no.
God.
That was pretty good. I'm like, Eric,
Talent.
flexible.
Listen,
Secret talent.
we can't film that. But
Wait for the Patreon.
yeah, right. But yeah, I
Literally
guess
our
those are-
conversation.
So your no experience, yours is experience.
Okay.
Ours, both of ours was no
experience. So
But see, I feel like it's, I don't know. What do you guys prefer you guys taking control or the guy taking control?
we were talking about this
Because
and
it kind of goes, it kind of goes into this.
I feel like it's nice to take control and then go ahead and teach that person, and then they'll eventually take control as well. It's not going to be forever you taking control. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I kind of, when I first answered this, I said no experience because I'm somebody who gets into her head a lot and I overthink everything. So I would be intimidated knowing this person has a lot of experience and I know I don't have as much as this person does. So then I would
What are you
feel
talking
like,
about, man?
so I would feel like
Yeah.
I can't maybe please them, maybe that they've been in the past. And I would just get into my head mentally like, oh, I'm probably maybe like, he probably thinks that like I suck. You know, so I would constantly need that reassurance. Even during sex, I'm like, how was it? Or how am I doing? You know, like
Yeah.
you want that reassurance. Or
Right.
even after I'm like, so how'd it
Hey,
go?
can you fill out the survey like after you're finished?
Please let me know. So for me, it can be a mind game. But I think when you are with someone with no experience, you kind of have like that, what did I say it was? Like,
That like power.
not like power trip, but you have like this boost of confidence, like, I can help this person learn and we can learn together kind of thing. But
It adds confidence knowing that you know more and you're kind of taking control. Like it's like it's just a different feeling you get.
yeah. But I mean,
Interesting.
regardless, I feel like like Andy said, like 50-50, you can have fun with both.
Right.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've definitely had whenever I lost my virginity, it was with someone else that also like lost her virginity at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I remember thinking like, oh, okay, this is cool. This is nice. But then like that didn't work out. So then moving on, and obviously me getting experience by myself, and then all the way leading up to like meeting you, like the same for you. Like it wasn't like we both lost it to each other, but I kept thinking like, okay, well, this is nice. Like we both have our own experiences and what we bring to the table, and like we make that our own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I've told Marley before too, like our first time, I would not shut up.
Oh, you want to get into it? Okay.
Yeah.
We can get into it. I was gonna out you like that.
No, it's fine though. It's fine because I've told her like before you, I went through a period where I just wasn't having any sexual like intimacy with anybody. So when I met Eric, I see it. It's like right here. Huh?
Oh my word.
We'll get into that right now
yeah.
too.
I remember when I first met Eric. I mean, I obviously knew he was someone who was on social media. So I think I went in knowing like, oh, I haven't had sex in a while. And he's a social media influencer. I don't know what he's done, but like I've looked at your followers and I'm like, oh, I'm already intimidated. So our very first time we had sex, I was so nervous I couldn't stop talking or laughing. To the point where he was like, can you like stop?
Bless you.
Thank you.
But to me, like that's what I mean too. Like I can mentally get into my head and I'm like overthinking things.
Yeah, but that's understandable though.
Thank you. I
I
feel
get you.
seen and heard.
It's valid.
Is that why you guys have like that swing in your room?
Like the Michael Scott with the camera.
Funny, I told you to put that away.
Uh-huh.
The pole.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the idea of like intimidation and all that, but it became one of those type of things too. Like because like I've heard of like, we both talked about like, oh, sexual partners or experiences and whatnot, and then like so in my head too, I was just like, okay, well, I'm sure you've gone through your own things, or if you've gone through like meeting other people that like it was their first time or things like that, then I'm like, okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure like you were comfortable or whatever I was doing was like, because I like to ask questions, dude. Like I'm always just like, was that good? Can I try that again? What about if we do this? I'm like, did you like that? Afterwards.
Hey, but my boy hung, huh?
Oh my gosh.
Right?
Wait, no one comments?
No,
No one
Yeah,
comments? Hey,
like,
Vanessa?
awkward.
Vanessa?
Yeah, but this is where you start.
Yeah, I was like,
Come on,
I know.
Christ.
These two were doing like
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, our first time is gonna always be memorable because of that.
So that's what we were talking about, because like our first time was she was so chatty.
I was very chatty. I would not stop talking.
She's, oh my god, she's like, it's like, okay. I was like, oh man,
oh man.
it's cool. Are you good? Like, are you sure this is what you want? He's like, oh yeah, of course, yeah. But you just kept talking,
I know.
and so I couldn't like get into the rhythm of like
Yep.
doing my moves
And
and
then
seeing if she liked them, because she was too. Wait, am I doing it right?
I was so much into my head. I'm like,
Right.
I'm already
And
embarrassed.
you're a giggler.
Aw.
I am.
Aw.
I am. Like, he's on top. I'm like, he's naked. Super Eagle's naked on top of me. Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah,
Those
he's
are-
doing it.
Those are your nipples.
Like Superman is like, oh my god, it's in.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
it's
McLovin?
in.
Yeah, McLovin's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, Eagle? Are you gonna come out?
Imagine.
he's like, hey, what's up, baby? Like,
I
oh.
know.
That's
Well, it's
funny.
that's a character I play on YouTube. It's a shoulder character.
It's a hot, yeah.
It's the topic.
Is-
Well, I just want to ask, like, I think we've had it happen to us. I know for a fact because I've been there, where we just can't stop laughing.
Yes.
Something
Yeah.
happens,
Oh,
something happens, and you
All
just keep laughing.
And we're
just like, all right.
Okay, we're done here. But it's just so funny.
but
I
we're
don't-
still like, yeah, we
I
still
don't
like hug
even-
each other, and like it's still funny. Like,
Yeah, I can't even remember what it was, but we're just cracking up, and then it's like, okay, another time.
yeah.
Like,
that's so funny.
yeah.
Oh, like you guys just stop completely? Like you don't continue?
Oh, we do
Well,
sometimes,
we do,
and then sometimes
but
they're just like,
sometimes
ah.
it's just
Oh.
we'll like die laughing. I
Yeah.
don't know what it is. I can't think
Something
of it.
happens.
Yeah, it was something that happened. We're cracking up.
Yeah.
It's
Oh
but-
wow, that's like so. Me and her are like looking at each other and laughing a little bit because we do the same thing. There's little moments where like I get on top and I'm like, here we go, and she immediately she's just like, stop! Oh, my god!
Why right now are you doing different voices? And
Oh, I know.
But it's so funny because 1 minute we're laughing and then the next it's like, boom, we're
Literally
ready.
60 seconds
Yeah.
later, you know, she's doing her sounds, I'm doing mine, and we're in it. And I can't help but like think like, oh man, I need to fart right now.
No.
But I'm gonna hold it in. I'm not gonna tell her.
Oh my.
Because it would ruin everything.
Andy's
I'm
like,
like,
yeah.
Like,
I've been there. It's like we shouldn't have had Taco Bell before. We
oh
Right.
my gosh.
That's
Anyways.
hilarious. That's really funny.
And then after you'll continue to go back to your voices like, so how was it?
Yeah, you say that. No, you go like,
I-
so how was it?"
Yeah, I say like, so how was it? Or I go, how was
You
it?
use a deep voice like after.
So how was it?
What's the best part though, bro, is like sometimes whenever we're done, like I always want to make sure she climaxes a few times, couple times, whatever. And then like after I get up, I'm like, good? I'm like, cool. And dude, I'll just rip the biggest fucking and it was like
Meanwhile, I'm
she goes,
knocked out.
wow.
No,
Yeah.
that's funny.
I think that's something crazy about me and Marley.
Yeah.
I don't fart in front of Marley
Yeah.
ever.
You're weird.
We don't. We don't
We've been together
fart
13
in front
years
of each other.
and we still don't like.
Here's your debut, Andy.
Hey, all right.
No.
Let it rip.
I be playing that shit like a trumpet, dude. Just like,
I tell him, I'm like, if I never hear you fart, then something's wrong. Like something has to be
Yeah.
wrong
Are
if
you mad? Are
you
you
don't
mad at
fart.
me?
Yeah.
But you know what's crazy? I feel like that's the only thing that's like a super double standard between us. Because I don't ever want to hear her fart, to be honest. I don't care for it, like for me as a guy, but like I'm so comfortable with her. I'm like, burp, 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 and she'll laugh. Like you find it
I
hilarious.
think it's hilarious. I tell him like I want to record him and just make a compilation of all his farts.
That's funny.
That would be funny.
We'll start right now.
But vice
No.
versa.
I'm like,
Like he has his personal preference, and me personally, I think it's disgusting to fart in front of him. So it
It
just
just
works
lined
out.
up. It lined
Yeah.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you don't fart in front of me.
I
Because I
know.
think it would ruin something for me.
Mm.
Okay, so
Same. I don't even burp.
yeah.
I
I
don't.
don't either.
I'll be
Ever.
honest, earlier I farted in front of Andy.
Did you?
Yeah.
There, you guys have this duck.
Is there a duck? Yeah.
You
He's like, "There's a duck."
serious?
I looked at him in the eyes and I went,
Did you forget he was here? You looked
I
at
didn't
him.
care.
But see,
It's been like 2 years.
Yeah.
I think it's funny though. Even with my guy friends, I don't really fart in front of them.
He
I
doesn't.
kind of like leave and I'm like,
BRB.
I'm gonna use the toilet seat.
I'll be right back, guys.
I gotta go pee. I hear the toilet seat go down. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can like that's where me and Marley are the same. Like we both
Yeah.
have the same mentality when it comes to like no burping, no farting, personal private space. Like we do that secret. We don't even do that secretly, guys. Sorry.
It doesn't happen
It is. We don't do that at all.
at all.
Like
Thank
still,
you.
At all.
That's how I thought of it.
Yeah.
well, like even like when we go to the bathroom, I'm like, don't go in there, please. Like,
That's me, or like I close the door. Like when he's going to the bathroom, like he has the door open and I'm just sitting there and we'll have a full on conversation. But when I'm going to the bathroom, like doors closed, fans on, don't want you to hear me.
Gotcha.
oh, and then I spray like,
I know.
yeah.
Not me, bro. I let my essence roam the room.
But and
Guys, all like,
but it is bad, right? Like it's really bad to hold
Oh,
in
dude,
farts.
all crazy. Yeah.
There's this girl, there's this TikTok that's going viral because this girl has kidney failure because she held in her pee and she wouldn't like, I forgot for how long she held her pee in,
Oh,
but she now
that's
has
bad.
kidney failure. So people are like, that's the importance of going pee now.
A pee,
Yeah,
I get it.
it's-
Farts. Oh,
That's a
Yeah.
lot for your bladder.
Interesting. Yeah, for sure.
ow.
And that's the podcast.
Yeah. All right, guys,
Okay.
for joining us at don't forget to like, share,
I know,
subscribe.
weird tangent, but just
So-
maybe.
Besties with handies.
That's
Oh,
our
God.
podcast.
Oh, sorry, you're right.
That's you. Like handies.
I don't call them Andy. I call them handies. Why did I
Handies.
start calling you handies?
I don't know.
That started,
Like the first day got here.
yeah.
Like the very first time
And
I
this
ever
was
came over
Marty.
here.
And then I would call you Marty.
Yeah.
I would
That
call
was
you
the
Marty.
first day
Marty.
she came.
I go,
I forgot.
Marty.
Yeah.
Morty.
Handies and
Anyways.
Marty.
Figure out that TV show.
So I have a question going off of like what we were talking about. So you were saying that you wanted kind of like reassurance that you were doing well.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys like not an extensive like amount of talking, but do you like to hear things here and there to know that it's feeling good for the other person?
Oh.
And how much is too much for you and how little is too little?
Are we talking about intercourse? What's happening?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. How much is?
Uh,
Like, wait, what are you talking about?
So sex.
Yeah.
And the question is, what again?
So the question is basically, since Vanessa gave me that idea, since she was saying she wanted to hear that reassurance that you were enjoying it. So do you like what is too much talking? What do you like to hear? Do you like that reassurance as well? What's
Okay.
like too much? Like, okay, it's a little too much. Or what's like, oh no, I want more.
Oh, okay. So for me, I don't want anything to feel fake.
Right.
So I don't want it to feel fake. Like if she's like, there's specific things that she says to me or like what she calls me, and one of them is daddy. She calls me daddy, and it turns me on.
Sorry,
like,
Mom.
I like that.
Sorry, mom.
Sorry, Mom.
Sorry, mom.
We'll put a disclaimer at the beginning. So like, if you're these people's parents, don't watch this.
Right. But like that, like I like that. Like especially because you're close to each other's ears. Whenever you're especially face to face.
God.
Like I like that. Like to me, honestly, like one of my favorite like positions is like when we do missionary. To be honest, like because we're like, I can look at her, I can see her, I can look her in her eyes, or she can be next to my ear saying shit. So I'm like, oh, I like this. But it has to feel real, like
Right.
I think at the very beginning, like her and I was very, very open about being like, I was like, okay, cool. Are you, okay, I'm going to just say this. When I knew you would like complete, I knew you would, but then I would still act dumb and I'd be like, are you almost done? I would say that. And you're like, oh, I already did. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Because I wanted to be ahead of it, like in the way that was like, she was like, yeah, I finished like a long time ago, like 2 times. I'm like, okay, because I know, but also I want to make sure she's not faking it.
Okay, I see.
So that's kind of been my thing.
Gotcha.
And I mean now,
You're giving
by
all the
now,
secrets, bro.
yeah,
And or can anyone relate?
yeah.
Yeah.
But by now, like he knows my body and he knows like my cues and the sounds and
Oh,
just
yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So. Sometimes
Or
I
she's mastered
forget.
it very well. She's
One
like,
or the
I
other.
have never came.
No.
I'm gonna cry.
Oh no.
If you want to learn, ladies,
Right?
follow our what's it called?
Jeez.
Patreon. We'll teach you. We'll teach you the different sounds and noises to make.
Wow.
Word.
I like if like she was to say like, keep doing this, don't do this. I think our favorite position is like her on top.
That's my favorite.
Because I get to control her, and then she gets to do whatever she wants
You
to.
nasty little fools.
I know. Oh my god. But yeah, I mean, I like when she's like,
That's like mutually our favorite position,
Good.
which is nice.
like,
Right on.
go harder, go faster, harder, better, faster, stronger.
Stop.
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 Please stop.
Stop. Stop.
Don't make that
Red
face.
light.
Don't make that face.
Literally.
As a guy, because as girls, we love to hear our men like moan or just say something.
Yeah.
But you guys are so weird about that. Do you
Yeah.
like
Well,
what is
I
it with
am. I don't
that?
know. If well, do you know already?
Wait,
I don't.
You don't
I
like
don't
it?
give a fuck about moaning.
I'm making a general assumption because
you don't
I've
give a
heard
fuck about
weird.
moaning in what way? Like, as in, you'll do it or you won't do it.
Okay.
Like when we're having sex, I don't. I don't care to moan. Because I feel like I grunt. To be honest, like I think I'm just kind of like, and then that's it.
Okay,
Like,
what's a
It
guy?
sounded like
Okay,
a car engine.
That's more like equivalent, like a moan is. I feel like for a guy is more of a like a grunt.
yeah, so
Okay.
that I can like that can come naturally, but I feel like even if you watch like so if you watch porn
Mm-hmm.
and ever since like I remember being like in my teens and watching shit and I'd see like they would cut away to the guy like being like, yeah, I couldn't help but be like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like I'm trying to just
you're
watch
ruining
you
it.
do this, like this fucking girl, like shut up. So I think I've always thought of it that way, like kind of like shut up.
Mhm.
So I tell
Okay.
myself to shut up. But you've told me, you're like whenever fellatio's been performed, she's like, I would prefer if you moan. I'm like, okay.
Okay, but that's what I mean. Like, moan how? Like you want him to be like, ugh. Or like is it like a?
Well, now I know.
But no, I'm just trying to over exaggerate. Or is it like a, like?
It's just anything.
Because there's difference.
Honestly, anything.
Okay, any noise.
Just
Yeah.
just
Even if you say words like fuck, like you whisper something like that. Just,
Got it. Okay.
you know.
And
that-
you're
that's
not.
the best.
No.
Yes.
I think I'm be honest.
you don't say words either.
I think any guy doesn't need to say words. Like I think guys can literally like complete and just be like.
Interesting.
I think it's just the breathing, but like that's just me being true to my honest self.
Yeah.
No judgment.
But
It's
like
just-
I don't. But I'm not.
judging.
I'm never just like, oh, I should be making noise right now, so she knows like I'm enjoying this. I can say words and be like,
Yeah.
oh, like that, like that, like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Damn, after
Felicia.
this podcast is gonna be lit. Oh,
Right.
Yeah, all
Um,
crazy.
oh.
But yeah, I don't know. Is that answer?
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
it was
that
just a
was good.
general thing. Yeah. Because as girls, that's something that like when us girls get together, that's something that I've noticed we all have in common. Like we want the guys to give us some just like moans or grunts or something.
Yeah.
But we just wanted to ask.
We
Like,
could be playing video games and be like, you guys are just going down. And I'm like, did he move? I don't know.
I
It's
feel
weird.
like I give the warning, like, hey.
Yeah. I like how you're looking down.
Well, that's just being.
you're actually going
you were
through
like,
it.
hey.
Sorry,
It's courteous, dude.
yeah,
You're a gentleman.
No, dude, I'm like, hey, I'm about to come.
Yeah.
I'm about to bust.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna
No, it's funny. I think of those TikToks. Like, I be in my girl's ear, like, it's just funny.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't like moan. I think I'm more grunt.
Yeah, it's just like
and say
grunts.
words.
I feel like grunting is the male equivalent or female equivalent of moaning.
Yeah, I think if guys make sounds, I'm gonna be honest. I think if guys make sounds, they're doing it just for the girl.
Theatrics of it.
Yeah, the theatrics, which can also be like put into
Shut the
foreplay.
Yeah.
Which there's nothing wrong with that. Like,
Yeah.
I genuinely think like if guys are like they're really into the moment, they're like, yeah, fuck it. I'm telling you, like if I watch a video like that, I'm like, oh, shut the fuck up, you know? But I understand whenever you've told me, you're like, oh, I would like to feel like you're appreciating it or what I'm doing or what's happening. And I'm like, cool. Then let's talk more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
That's me.
That's the same though, because I've talked about like how like we watch porn, but like the same
Ew.
thing. Like I'll watch porn and like the girls sound
Finger.
like dolphins. I'm just like mute. like I
Like
can't
sometimes
watch
it's
it.
like too much
Yeah.
and it's forced and you could just tell when it's fake.
Oh yeah.
What do
Well,
girls?
girls can tell.
What do you think are girls' top searches for porn? Girls.
Lesbians.
Girl on girl.
Girl and girl.
Gay. No.
No, I think that's probably one of the biggest ones. Because
Yeah.
like again, I've had these talks with multiple girls, and we all have agreed girl on girl.
Yep.
So that's interesting. So okay, so are you guys
Hey,
searching?
oh my God, us too.
Dude, girl.
No
So are you
way.
guys searching like what are you typing though? Like scissoring, girl going down on another girl,
You can
girls
literally
just
type
kissing.
all of that.
Whatever.
Yeah. Like literally, like whatever you're in the mood for, you can.
I'm sure you
like
could
the
type
same
in
thing as
just
what guys look for. Like I'm sure, like POV or like big titties or big butts. Like girls have the same thing. I mean, it's a general like just channel that you have access to. But
Me,
it's,
girls having an intellectual conversation.
Like whoa.
right, how to do your taxes.
Girls doing taxes.
Naked.
No,
Thanks.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I know for me, I'll just like start off and I'll just like, what's on the main page? And I'll look and I'm like, boring. Oh, preview, boring. Until something catches my eye, but I feel like it's always either girl, or he knows this one, like massage. I love massage.
That's
I think
hilarious.
it's nice
And hot.
and hot. It's yeah.
I was like, yeah,
I just want
agree
the
with that.
story. Like, I want to see what leads into it.
Those are so
The
funny.
pizza guy with the
I want the
pizza.
lighting to be nice.
Yeah.
Pizza guy. That's
Yeah.
funny.
No, my favorite one, and this has been all over YouTube
Oh yeah.
and every TikTok, the one where the lifeguard, he's in the bathtub, and then the girl comes
Yeah.
in, and then she's like, "Oh my God, you need to be saved or whatever," and he's like, "I'm in a bathtub."
I don't think I've seen that.
It's so fun.
Oh,
It's on YouTube.
so
you can just look.
funny.
It's hilarious.
Like the skit.
It's
There's
really
like-
bad. It's really, really bad.
There's like a bunch though of like intros to like horrible, like cheesy, you know.
But it's kind of hot. Like, even though the acting is bad, you're like, yeah, you idiot.
You save him.
Yeah.
All the-
You save him with your one-liner dialogue.
Yeah, like extra pepperoni, please.
It's like, oh, wait, I asked for sausage. He's like, I got you.
I have it.
Yeah, or it's like because you know what's gonna happen. He has a pizza box down here, and like, you know when you open it, it's gonna be his thing. But it's like still that like you know it's there, but like the element of surprise, like yeah, it's there.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen a porno where like the acting is actually like fucking solid?
That's
You're like,
usually-
oh,
yeah.
that I was believable. I gotta send you some links, dude.
Just like Martin Scorsese type. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow.
You're like, oh damn, you should be a real actor. Like, what is going on?
What are you doing with your life?
What are you doing with your life?
You guys know there's a lot of like celebrities, right? That have done like Sylvester Stallone, Cameron Diaz.
Oh yes, yes.
Cameron Diaz.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan?
Mm-hmm.
Not Jackie Chan.
Not Jackie Chan.
Like this stuff.
Literally, yeah.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
So Sylvester Stallone before he
I knew
did
Sylvester Stallone.
Rocky, he did, and then they changed the name once he became famous. It was called the Italian Stallion, his little softcore porn. And then Cameron Diaz did something, and then Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
Mhm.
I'm
Wow.
I'm pretty sure there's
okay.
more.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan. No.
Shout out
Like,
Rush Hour 4 coming soon. Okay.
you go this way, you go that way. Cool. Well,
Porn, I know. Porn. We gotta know her.
I know.
It's this episode starting off very, very
Strong.
explicit.
Literally.
There's guys here, so.
well,
Yeah, but I think it's nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to have company
nice.
other than you.
wow. Fight.
Oh.
Fight.
I know.
And this is the last episode of Bestie.
Also, look at their drinks, dude. They're
I
gonna leave
know.
them back there.
I
Oh,
drink more
yeah.
than Mark.
Oh, you're already done.
Yeah, I'm done.
How watered down it is.
I think and it's funny because I think it's crazy that you and I get so along,
Mm-hmm.
and there is an age difference, but I feel like there's not an age difference.
What do you mean, dude? I'm 26.
That's what I mean.
Andy, please.
How do you think I feel?
No, you know what? That I mean, that is the thing between us. So I'm 36 years old. She's 24. And for like the other day, you guys are all like the same age, kind of. Right?
27.
Basically.
27.
You're what?
Basically.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
I get
Andy,
it.
shut
I get it.
Gosh,
You
this
guys were all
guy.
talking about like Coachella for this year, 2023.
Oh my gosh.
And you guys,
yeah.
oh my God, what if we did it? And as me like as a 36-year-old, I was like, fuck no. I don't give a
Hey, we're
fuck.
camping for 3 days.
Yeah.
I was like, I need my bed, I need my toilet and my snacks and
know.
just my shelter. Like, I don't know.
My shelter.
I don't like being sweaty around other people, rubbing up against other people. Like, I don't care
But
about this
Bad
scene.
Bunny's going.
Fuck
Word.
him,
He's
gonna
dude.
throw
He
your
throws
He's gonna
phone.
throw
He's
your
gonna throw
phone.
your fucking phone.
Yeah, that's something that sometimes we like have differences on. Is like our friends will invite us out somewhere. Like recently, our friend invited us to like her boyfriend's birthday party, and they were gonna have a party bus. And I'm like, yeah. And I tell Eric, and he's like, no.
Yeah.
But I feel like because you've already done it.
He's done
I
it.
have.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's why
That's
I'm
true.
like,
That's
and
true.
he also was in the LA area.
exactly.
And I've never
So-
experienced like LA clubbing, none of that. So I'm like, I want to do that and just experience it for my own personal stuff. And he's just like over it.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we go.
Cons.
That's
we
why
go.
me and Marley will go.
And you know what?
Andy.
Me at my age too, like I don't care. Like she'll tell me, she's like, hey, there's some like a group of friends of mine, like other influencers that want to do things and blah blah blah. Where like 20-year-old me would be like, with who? Are there gonna be guys there? Wait, what's going? Where like 36-year-old me is like, cool, have fun.
hmm
All right.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
And I think it's because it's like, as you mature as a guy, like you kind of have more of this mindset of kind of like, she's not gonna cheat. And if she does, she does. But whatever. Like, it's my mind has been more set up to be like, I trust her. I love her. I know she loves me. If she was to do anything stupid from this point on, that's on her. I'm not gonna worry about it. So I think as you get older, like the worry dilutes.
Yeah, it kind of fades.
Yeah. Anyways, The Office is funny.
We've been watching that.
They were doing their makeup, like, because they've shot
Oh,
like
yeah.
83 episodes today. And they were so cute. Like they were just like they had The Office playing on your
my phone, yeah.
and they're both like doing their makeup. And I remember thinking like, that's fucking dope. Because we all like The Office. Wait, do you watch The Office?
I
Andy's
liked a
seen
lot
a
of it. I've seen a
couple.
lot of episodes. I've just never seen it all the way through.
And I've
Andy,
been
can I
wanting
out-
him to.
Can I out him out on something?
And New Girl.
Uh-oh.
Not New Girl.
Uh-oh. Demon
Demon
Slayer.
Slayer.
Yes.
We all like Vanessa and I love Demon Slayer. When we found out, like you were like, oh my god, yes.
Yes.
And then Andy like falls asleep when we try to show him episode 1, and we're like,
Literally, I was.
But you know what's funny? And I do feel guilty about it because I got you guys into one thing and I'm really happy about it, which is Top Gun.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys love the first
Oh
one.
my God, yes.
And love the second one.
That's true.
And I feel bad that I haven't watched.
Yeah,
Demon
because that's
Slayer.
our
I will
thing.
literally
Yeah.
rewatch it with you. I love it. I was
And
so
there's
excited
a
to
new
get a
season,
Nezuko
right?
shirt.
coming out.
Huh?
Or new
There's 2
movie?
seasons out.
No, there's a new one.
Yeah, there's
coming
like
out.
a 4.
Yeah.
4's coming. 3 or 4?
3.
Three.
All right, next time we come back, I would have watched.
I wanna-
Demon Slayer. I'll give a full.
You put that on the internet right now.
Literally. After we're
Alright.
finished with White Lotus, Demon Slayer.
That's a crazy show. But yes, okay. After we finish
We
season
need to
2 of
watch
White
it.
Lotus,
You guys have to. It's so good.
we'll watch Demon Slayer. All right.
Okay, perfect.
And shout
deal.
out Alec because he's
Baldwin?
the one, Alec Baldwin. No, I'm not gonna make that joke. Anyways, it's Marley's cousin, but he's like really into anime,
He's the one who got me into anime,
Demon Slayer, and Yu Yu Hakusho.
which is my favorite anime.
We haven't watched that one.
It's an 80s anime. I've been telling Vanessa because they're gonna, Netflix is going to release a movie.
But I'm just really happy everyone liked Top Gun.
Top Gun was amazing.
And let me
Yeah.
tell you, Andy was like,
This is a funny story.
you should watch Top Gun. And I was like,
I
I've never cared for it. I don't know. It's just one of those movies I've never seen. In the 80s, right? It was in the 80s.
86.
86.
May
when I
26,
was
1986.
when I was born. So
was like,
so whenever this came out, like I remember like I didn't care about it, but he's such a huge like Tom Cruise fan. Anything that has to do with Top Gun.
Hi, Tom. I know you're watching this.
From your Scientology, no.
well,
So anyways, he gave me like a copy of the DVD. He's like, please watch this. And
Oh
it
my
sat on
God.
this like
Mantle.
mantle for like 2 months maybe.
Yeah.
And every single time he kept texting me, did you watch it yet? I'm like, no, not yet. Sorry, no. Until finally, like, he was just like, well, let me just get my DVD back.
Yeah.
I gave it back to him. I'm sorry, dude. And then it so happened to be on Netflix.
Mhm.
And so I think Andy reminded me, he's like, by the way, it's on Netflix. And then one night, I think we were just up. Like, we were up because we were asleep. And we watched it. And I remember thinking, like, this is amazing.
But you guys, so you guys said you guys just put it on just to maybe.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
Yes.
I was
humor
like,
it.
let me just, you know what?
yeah,
Because you know how when you get on Netflix, it gets overwhelming? And you're
yeah,
just like scrolling. I'm like, oh,
uh-huh.
this is on.
Yeah.
So we put it on. And we're like, just leave it on in the background. And we both were like back there and slowly like sat on the couch. And then slowly we're just like watching it and then cried a little bit because
Yeah.
of that one part. And then we were like, when's part 2 coming?
Yeah. Well, 'cause
Really?
it was on Netflix for a while, and we would see it. We'd be like, "Oh, look, Top Gun," and we'd like keep scrolling past it.
Mhm.
And then I think we had gotten the news that Top Gun 2 was coming out,
Soon, yeah.
and
If
we
you
were
didn't
like,
see my Instagram page.
yeah, and so we were aware of that, and so he jokingly was like, "Oh, look, let's put it on." I'm like, "Huh, okay, let's try it out." And then like instantly, the first 5 minutes, I was like, "Don't talk to me." Like I was zoned in, and then literally by when it finished, it said that night was the last night it was going to be on Netflix.
Yeah.
Because they were going to take it off
Wow.
knowing that the second one was coming
Forgot
out.
what the date it was. Yeah.
So we were like,
Gotcha.
wow, what a like coincidence. We finally watched it, and that's the last night that they were going to have it on Netflix.
Mhm.
And we were like, Andy, we FaceTimed Andy.
Yeah.
And we were like, Andy, we loved
Yeah.
The
it.
reaction to it.
I was so
remember
happy.
that.
I was texting you throughout the entire
Oh, yeah,
experience.
he
I was
was.
like, wait, dude. So this is happening now. And he goes, wait for it. I was like, man, once that one moment happened, I was like, no.
I know.
Goose dies. No.
if you haven't seen it, it's been out for 30 plus years. Like
People know.
It's back on
People
Netflix, though.
Is it?
Yeah, it's back.
Oh.
I saw it on Netflix the other night.
know. Yeah.
And then the second one came out, and you guys also FaceTime me right when you got out of the movie
Yeah.
theater.
So it felt nice. It felt like a little bit like a little family thing.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
just like, I'm sorry, Andy. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I didn't
we were
watch
like,
it.
Sorry it took so long.
and it's so funny because we would make jokes at Andy like, "Why didn't you tell us sooner?" And
Yeah.
like since the first day we met him, he was like,
Yeah.
"Watch Top Gun."
But now they need to watch Mission Impossible. But whatever, we'll get
I'm doing the same eye roll. Like, oh,
we'll get
Marley's
to it.
like,
There's only 6.
I know.
baby steps, baby.
I'm
Yeah,
just
there's
starting-
only 6 guys.
God.
7th one
6
coming out
guys.
this year, July 23rd. Oh,
Gosh, just like promoting
No,
it.
he's being real.
sorry.
yeah.
So it's funny though, because of how much I promote Top Gun 2 on my Instagram page, I get people to like text me or message me. They're like, "Hey, I just watched Top Gun." They just tell me. They're like,
Oh,
"Hey, I
yeah.
just finished
Knowing
watching Top
you're
Gun."
a big fan.
And then they
Yeah.
sent you some stuff too.
Oh well, Paramount. Yeah. Just because of how many I watched it every day for 37 days. But
yeah, he's not even kidding.
no, it was
No.
good times.
It makes sense.
No, he's not.
Martin's just there like,
I'm
Yeah.
like,
Marley's
Day
saying
30.
all the like scripts. She's like, she's going with it with the
it's still
actors.
so good though. Sorry.
it is good, but I was just
And
like, day 30.
Next topic before I watch it.
No, I mean something similar happened to me too, and it's before we met. But like, I was a huge Michael Jackson fan. Like, I loved Michael Jackson, and if you see like some of my videos and like the way I've done my little dance comedic videos, like
Yeah.
when he did pass on June 25th, 2009. Is it 2009?
Yeah.
When's your sister's?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's my sister's birthday too on that day. But like, I remember like so many people text me that day. They're like, "I'm so sorry. And I remember like I was gonna take a nap, and I remember seeing one text like, "Dude, I'm so sorry about MJ," and I was like, "What?" I just went to bed, and then when I woke up, I took a little nap, like an hour nap, and then like I woke up and my phone was filled with all my friends, just like, "So sorry about MJ, dude. I know you loved him so much," and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And then we found out like he died, and I was like, "No, I wanted to meet him," you know.
Well, so both of us are really big Michael Jackson fans too. She actually went to the Cirque du Soleil of Michael Jackson
Yeah.
when he died, when he passed
Yep.
away. And then your mom was trying to get tickets to his last tour. To
Yeah.
This Is It. Yeah. Her mom, dude. Her
Oh.
mom,
Damn.
diehard, loves
And
Michael
that's where
Jackson.
I get the
Right
love
on.
for him. So,
Yeah.
That's
So,
cool.
and that was one of the biggest things that kind of brought us together also was 80s music, which I know you love 80s music
Mhm.
too, but we both like grew up on 80s music. So we
yeah, we
yeah,
have
so
that
it
in
was just-
common.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And Michael Jackson, of course, you can't not listen to the 80s and not listen to Michael
Yeah,
Jackson.
for sure.
it's crazy how music kind of brings people together. I remember when we were first dating, like you and I, like when we first met, dude. I'll be honest, like maybe we kind of looked at each other like, "Oh, what we trying to do? We just trying to do something." You know,
Yeah.
like maybe booty call type of
Yeah.
things. You
Oh,
know?
100.
But like, I remember thinking like, damn, like her taste in music is dope. She actually has like a lot of wise things to say for someone that's younger. And then like, I was so curious. I wanted to take her on a second date because she was very, very like, "Oh, I know how this goes. Like, we don't have to hang out again. Like,
Yeah.
you know."
So
I was
sad.
like, I know.
I know. I remember the story. I was like,
I was just like,
"Aw."
"Who hurt you?"
Oh, so
But I remember like us meeting, and then after that, like, you know, that's the story. But music, I feel like we connected a lot on. So that's dope that you guys connected on music.
Mm-hmm.
Same, but
Different.
different.
What about movies? Do you guys have a lot of movies?
So personally, I don't have a lot of movies that I've watched, but dating him, he's introduced me to a shit ton of movies.
What's
that
your
I'm
favorite?
Yep.
that I showed you, and you were like,
you got me into La La Land, which was big because I was like obsessed with that for a while. Oh my gosh, you've showed me so many, but now I'm like,
Beautiful Life.
oh
Oof,
my.
sorry.
I got you.
She got me into it, which is funny.
Let's-
I've never seen it until she
Let's
showed me.
talk about this. Do you want to paint the scenario of what happened with The Beautiful Life?
You want me
Well,
to just cry?
I was on a good streak of showing her a lot of good films, and she goes, "Okay, what is this one about?" I'm like, "Oh," and I kind of maybe I forgot the ending. But I was like, "It's this guy that's just so positive, and he's just like he loves life." And bonjour,
But there was
Cerveza.
that week, Luca came out on Disney, and so because it's like based in like Italy or whatever,
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh,
Oh.
I have this like Italian or like film I want to show you. You're gonna love it." And I got excited, and I was like, "Oh my god, like yeah, like we'll watch it tonight." He's like, "Yeah, like I want to put it on for you. You're gonna just love it. The guy, he's so like full of life, and you'll love his character."
yeah, no, I mean that was it. And obviously, if you've seen a beautiful life, yeah. And she kept like saying, she's like, tell me the kid doesn't die. I'm like, no, he doesn't die. But I'm like, the dad does? No. And I was like, so shit. I was like, but someone dies.
As we started watching, I was like, oh, okay. And then it slowly started getting to me. I'm like, wait.
And it's the kid narrating.
Yeah, but I'm like, tell me this isn't about the you know what. He is like, it is. And I turned to him. I'm like, this is the movie you wanted to show me that's happy? And I was like, are you kidding me?
Because like, I think overall, like.
What did you think? Yeah.
Yeah, because overall, like the father, as it's a horrible situation. And then the dad tried to make light of it. Like the dad was suffering so much.
But not even for himself.
Yeah, not even for himself. Like he would go to the bunker where they were sleeping and he was horrible. He was working all day. He was like, gave his all. And then he would have to put on a smile, go into the bunker. I feel like crying.
I know.
And I was like, he goes into the bunker and then he like tries to make his kid like laugh and like play hide and seek with him. And he's like, don't make sure you don't get caught. Like, and I don't know how long they did it for though. Like, cause that situation happened for 4 or 5 years. So I can't imagine like how long he was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the end.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And then he still like this kid was still thinking it was a game. Like the whole time, I'm just like,
I think it's called A Beautiful Life. Or
A Beautiful Life.
A Beautiful Life.
Life is beautiful. A beautiful. I don't know.
But
Correct.
yeah, anyway,
A Beautiful
so
Life.
I'm thinking we're going to watch a nice, beautiful, maybe rom-com movie.
Oh.
And it hits me like, oh, it's nice, like the mess, like what you said about the dad. But I'm like, this is such a downer though, because I'm very sensitive when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I told him like, never show me something like that again. Like, thank you, it's a good movie. I'm glad I watched it, but like, don't.
I don't want any more.
Or maybe a better warning.
A better warning.
Because I think I I bypassed the ending, but as we were watching it, I was like, isn't
He
it
just
cool?
bypassed the
And I
whole
was like,
entire
The whole, like,
Oh.
literally.
That's right.
Well, I think the only other like scenario I could think of is when we showed her younger brother. Her younger brother, Billy, he loves animals. Loves animals and loves dogs. So the first movie I wanted to introduce him to was
Yeller.
John Wick.
Oh.
John Wick.
The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
was like- I
savage,
was like,
bro.
I know.
So he was like, what? 13? 12, 13?
Yeah.
He was older,
like-
but he loves
yeah.
animals. And then once he saw the movie, he's like, nothing better happened to this dog. First 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
And then he
Andy
walked
was like,
out.
No, nothing happens.
He walked out. He walked out of the room. Oh yeah, I kept
That's
telling
so
him, no,
traumatizing.
no,
Yeah,
nothing
because
happens.
Andy's like,
Nothing happens.
nothing happens. And,
And
then
then-
so he got upset. And then he's like, nope, I'm done. He got up and he started walking away. And he's like, you lied. And I was like,
You betrayed him.
I was like, I didn't lie. He lied.
But yeah, I know. But he watched it and he's like, yeah, like he was rooting
It's because
for.
then Andy was explaining, well, don't worry, he gets revenge and, for the dog. And so then he's like, okay. Because he likes movies like that too.
Yeah.
Guns and things
He's a
like
guy.
that. So, yeah.
But if it's one thing, it's like, you can kill anybody. Just don't ever go towards an animal, a dog, or like
Children.
children. As soon as that happens, I'm like, I'm done. Like he put on, like randomly one night he was watching the Titanic and I was like, oh, okay. And I sat down and I'm like, it literally hit me. And I think now, cause I'm a mom, how many like children were on like the Titanic. And I literally had to go upstairs and I cried.
It's
Cause
so
I'm like,
sad.
why would you watch that?
Yeah.
It's sad, but it's like stuff like that. I'm like, I'm so sensitive.
Yeah, no, for sure.
But that's what I was going to say. I feel like, especially now as parents
Yeah.
with kids,
That's
like,
going to hit you so much more.
I feel like you guys just like put yourselves in that situation. Because I put
Oh, yeah.
myself in this situation and I feel like crying. So I can't imagine like actually having kids and putting.
That was us with Avatar too.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
You know, I always forget like how much us four actually do stuff. Like, do you guys remember we all went to Disneyland together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, oh shit, we went to Disneyland and we also went to the movies and like we hang out, play board games. And I'm like, oh, we do.
But yeah, majority of the time we are here though. So it's like,
Yeah.
you think we would remember those moments when we're out because it's rare,
Yeah.
but we always bypass them because we're busy or we're.
We just talked about that too, right? Avatar, and how we're like, oh wait, we went together.
I was like, you saw Avatar. Oh shit, we
Yeah,
did.
exactly.
Yeah, we did go. Yeah.
Good times. And now we're here.
And now we're here.
Podcasting.
Now we're about to watch A Beautiful Life.
Oh,
I
God.
would literally walk
It's
out.
in the background.
Yeah.
Well, do you guys have anything you want to ask us?
Ernie, yeah.
I've had those.
You guys being podcasters together. Anything that we would think about asking them?
What's the tea, sis?
What do you
Word.
guys think that we talk about? Because there's a lot of times like you guys go up in the room, you guys do your own thing, and then our men are just downstairs. What are they doing?
What
talk
do
about
we
that.
assume you're talking
Yeah,
about?
that's talking about. Sure.
I want to say men are pretty similar to girls.
So you know what? I
Which
saw
means
it,
what?
Yeah, I saw a TikTok about this, and it's so funny because the TikTok was like, the girl would go to her girls and be like, oh, because her friend was like, she was laughing at her husband and like, oh, so we heard about your big, you know, and I guess the wife was just showing off to her friends that her husband has a big, you know,
Hung.
huh?
He's
He's
hung.
hung, yeah. And like she's like, well, I know you tell your friends about my like body, and he's like, no, I don't. He's like, well, what do you mean? And I feel like I just think girls think guys talk like, oh, dude, I did this to my girl, and like, oh, my girl was this, and like I don't feel like we're like that.
Maybe in like
I
high
don't-
school.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wouldn't say now. I wouldn't assume you guys would be like that, but I feel like younger men do.
Yeah, like immature.
Not in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
like just a hookup. Oh,
Well, yeah,
bro,
no. But that's what I mean.
whatever.
I think it's different though. We're both in long
Yeah.
relationships, and like I feel like it's different. Like I feel like
Yeah.
we're private about our things. Like we talk, but we don't talk like
Yeah, I don't think I've ever gotten into like, oh, dude.
Yeah,
she did
exactly.
This twirl a world thing with her tongue the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like you guys might have.
So yeah, that's different.
it's a little.
Girl talk is like girl talk, but I think it's
like
because
therapy.
it's therapy, but it's also to know that like we're not alone, I guess,
Yeah.
in certain things. We're not going into detail about like sizes or anything, but it's also
No, we're
like,
not
do you
that.
do this? Yes, I do this. Oh my God, like, does it make you feel like this? Like, yes or no?
It's more about ourselves and the way we feel, not so much. Yes, you're involved in a sense because you're the ones we do certain things with, but it's more about ourselves.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it's
Okay.
not into like detail where I'm telling her everything about what you do or how you are, nothing like that. It's just like the general, but then we'll go into like a loop, like not loophole, but like a
It's just like bouncing off of one thing going
Yeah.
on.
girl talk, you know, it goes bing, bing,
Huh.
bing, bing, bing.
Literally.
Yeah. No, I don't think you and I have ever been like, so what she's like. Oh, what is she like?
No.
Yeah.
I think it's just different because of the relationship.
No. But I think maybe if we were like, yeah, I guess like maybe high school kids are a little more.
Younger.
'Cause,
Mhm.
yeah, I think when I was a little younger and when I would experience specific things, I was like, yup, we did that, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Which is very normal, I feel like, for guys.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Guys are stupid. All crazy.
All
Crazy. Oh, crazy.
Anything else that you guys?
Should we try a popsicle?
Well,
So-
let's
Try popsicle
You
stick.
guys can pull a popsicle stick.
There's
Okay.
we need to
There's
make
4.
more.
There's 4.
We need to make
It's a clear
more.
glass, so we can.
No,
No.
we can do all of them.
Let's
Imagine.
you pull out my hand whenever you're ready.
He struggles to read, guys.
Would you rather have average sex every day or amazing sex once a month?
You guys can answer first.
Ooh. Average sex every day or amazing sex once a month.
They're like, that's what we have now.
Hey, so don't change anything.
Just answered.
It answered itself.
Amazing sex once a month for me.
I think amazing sex once a month.
Same.
Yeah.
Cool. Moving on. Yeah, right?
Well, that was
that's
really-
that's why I'm like, we can go through all of them.
Well, okay.
Hey, we need some for the next podcast.
Okay.
Would you make a sex tape?
Oh.
Maybe we don't give our answers and we can put that back in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is for us.
Okay.
Yeah. this is for
Would
you
we
guys.
make a sex tape?
I would 100% make a sex tape with you.
Okay.
And we
Okay.
Wait.
Like 1 second.
we haven't.
No.
She's
but
like, not that
Yes.
you know of.
I'm going back to the question. Is it a sex tape for your personal?
Oh, yes.
Or is
No, we
it
haven't.
Okay.
like, because you guys just said sex
Distributed?
tape. Yeah, distributed. Like, is it
It's
something
personal.
people are going to see? Or
Oh, no, personal. I'm
Okay.
always
Personal,
personal.
yeah. Never distributed. Yeah,
What-
It's like
personal.
me with the overthinking.
I know this one. I give her
Sorry.
a question. She's like, so like, what time and how long have I
Like,
known this
what's
person?
situational.
detail?
And I'm like,
Yeah.
girl,
What's the
it's-
lighting like?
Yeah.
What does it smell like in the
That's
room?
what you said before. You guys are
And-
so much alike. It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
yeah. So that
Yeah, we
Yeah.
talk
was
about
like-
that too.
Well, so yeah, I guess that's the only thing. Yes, I think if we made a sex tape, that'd be cool because I'd set up like this and like
Oh my
multiple
gosh, the
angles.
lighting.
I'd have the POV like all
Right?
my
The sign will say like
God.
Andy and Marley. 2023.
He's like, give me a mic check, mic check.
mic check.
My check.
Have you guys ever like recorded yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like you
Ew,
have.
guys.
I mean,
Nasty.
Hey, but it's all from her point of view, so it's just me like.
you
This is
said
for
you wanted grunting.
Right? ASMR.
I know, literally.
It's just my sweat. Like I'm like.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
Do you guys think opposites attract?
I think they can.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I think a really good example of that is like, you know, with our relationship and then seeing your guys' relationship and seeing things that she likes versus I like, and then how we kind of just blend or help each other out. And how whenever we all have conversations together, like Marley and I will actually have a lot of things in common,
Yeah.
Yep.
which I think like, it's funny because then you guys also have a lot of things in
A
common.
lot. Mm-hmm.
And I feel like things like that like would clash in a relationship.
Yeah.
You know
Like
what
the
I
way
mean?
we run.
Right, the way we run, kind of like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. With the arm.
I don't know why I'm thinking about Phoebe when she was running in Friends.
Yeah.
Well, it's because like, and it's funny. It kind of goes down to the food. Like Vanessa and I will probably eat wings for every single meal we can.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And
What are some things that we like related on that you were talking about that you were like,
You guys are very particular with like cleaning up after yourselves, messes, certain things.
Yeah.
You guys can nitpick like when there's just like something in the air.
Literally, the
we're
way
more like
you-
people person too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are extroverts, people pleasing.
Yeah.
Yep.
you guys are more
And-
chill.
We're very more,
I think.
yeah.
excuse me.
That's something that we've noticed though.
Yeah.
Like we've also been with our other friends where I relate more to like the guys and Eric can relate
The same
more
thing
to the
happened with like
girls.
another couple friend of ours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
where I was relating to something that she was saying. And then versus him, he was just like, nah, I would never, blah, blah. And she's like, right? I would never. I was like, shit.
Wow.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah, but that's happening.
date him.
But see, and I feel like you can't date someone too similar to you.
Yeah, I think
Because then it
it's
just
very
gets
important
too
to have,
boring.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you both are just like on the same, you know, like there needs to be that little bit of like little conflict, little
Mhm.
fight back. Like, why do you do that,
Keep it a little toxic.
idiot? You know, I'm not calling you an idiot. I'm
Calling you
dumb.
stupid.
Damn it, almost got
There's a
it.
difference.
I'm calling you stupid
Stupider.
or
Ist.
dumb.
Flat, or you guys like the thin crust?
Oh,
We like-
that was yeah.
Regular
That's it.
crust.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love
Yes.
thin crust pizza. Do you like black olives?
Yep.
Yeah.
I love.
I
black
don't.
I
olives.
hate black olives.
And I'll be honest, like I want all the black olives.
Yeah.
So whenever she doesn't want her black olives or her pickles on her shit, like I'm like,
yes, the
give that shit to me.
pickles. Yes.
Mhm. I like pickles, but I'm very particular with like I can't eat pickles in certain.
Yeah, you do.
numbers. So-
Like I like the flavor on the Chick-fil-A
Exactly.
sandwich, but I have
Yes.
to take them out.
oh no, I'll eat that. I'll eat that.
I gotta pee.
Go pee.
Same.
I literally said whoever has to go pee before.
We told them before.
Mm-hmm. They don't listen to us.
Are you more of a planner? You're not a planner.
I am not a planner. I really want to be, but I'm like, I think I let Eric take charge. Because I'm also like, you're the man, you make the plans. But then also for him, he's also like, I wish you sometimes would just tell me what you want and take that authoritiveness. And I'm like, yeah, I guess so.
Well, because I'm just thinking about like our Disney trip. Like you guys are like, oh, we'll do whatever.
Yeah.
And like I was like, no, we're gonna do this.
Yeah. Well, that's because Disney, like you guys, I wouldn't necessarily say you're like crazy Disney adults, but you've definitely been to Disney more than me and Eric have. Like all together, me and Eric together have been to Disneyland 3 times in the
Oh.
span of being with each other going on 5 years. So
Interesting.
3 times, and like
Makes
for you,
sense.
you literally went to Florida, Disney World, so you know every single thing. So that's why we were like, and we're so new to the app because it's changed.
Yeah.
And like the what's it called, the Genie
The
Plus.
Genie Plus.
And like you know everything about that, so we're like, you know what, Andy, if you know what you want to do, we're cool with whatever. You take over, and like we'll just follow you. So it worked out for us. But when it comes to between me and him, he's definitely more of like the itinerary planner, and I'm more of like, I'm very indecisive.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I just like going into. I like to go into things with a plan because I'm like, I feel like we're just gonna waste our time.
You're gonna
We try
waste,
to make
yeah.
the most of our trip.
Yeah, you're gonna waste your time just sitting there deciding on what to do versus just doing it and then moving on.
You're my bestie, fool.
You're my bestie, fool.
Liar.
Okay, so
We're back.
take a little pee break.
Even though Vanessa and I were talking,
Yeah,
there was no real break.
yeah,
Or is
but
it break?
since Eric pulled out one of the last popsicle sticks, I added some of the old ones that me and Marley have discussed just solo when we were doing it on our own. And now we're going to have Andy pull one out and see what their perspective is. Thank you.
Oh, I could have
I
helped.
could have gotten out.
Classic.
Choose wisely.
It's gonna be something dumb. Watch. Would you rather have no intimacy for a year or give up alcohol for a year?
Yeah, that one's dumb. Intimacy for you.
Thoughts on?
That one had a.
I guess I want to know what your opinion is. Thoughts on about food and sex. Like, would you like to use whipped cream?
I don't
chocolate?
care about any of that.
Got
at
it.
all.
It's so simple.
Yeah, what, dude? Let's just run through these. Just say whatever's on there.
When is it okay to stop using condoms in a new relationship?
Immediately.
Got it.
Consensually.
Guys versus.
I know.
Oh
How do you
my
feel about
gosh.
women approaching men? Have you ever would? Oh, that's
I think it's cool.
cool. Thoughts on friends with benefits?
100%.
Got it. How do you feel about your
You're
man?
not answering.
Oh,
It's not really your thing.
110%.
huh?
She's like, BFFR. Be fucking for real.
Be fuck. Not. I don't know.
Andy's in.
Relationship guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Any guy's a relationship guy.
Yeah, but Andy's
not
got
until
to
one
be
guy
in
gets-
love.
Broken hearted, and then they start acting dumb. I said it.
You said it.
What?
Okay. How do you feel about your significant other doing a kiss/sex scene?
Oh.
Like Vanessa's an actress and she's doing a kiss.
If she was an actress and I met her that way, then that's fine.
Okay.
What
Or
if she
that's
wanted
just-
to begin acting now?
That's fine still.
Is it a different if
Babe.
she were the one to write it?
To write it, well, then I'd be like, why you writing you sucking his dick? Don't suck his
For
dick.
10 minutes.
Director's like, let's do it again.
Yeah.
She's the director.
I'm like, angle's wrong.
The angle's wrong. Yeah, let me just get it from this side.
He's going to make himself angry right now.
Actually, like, next fucking question, Andy.
Yeah, go
I
on.
just think I would be okay with it. I just don't think I would watch.
You're holding the boom, the mic.
I'm just like,
He's like,
I think I'd be okay as long as I didn't watch. Like even like on screen.
Okay.
yeah, she just don't suck a dick. That's it. That was the topic that we were getting into earlier,
Yeah.
right?
Should
About
we-
what's more important. Sure.
Oh.
Yeah. Into
Yeah.
it.
There you go.
So basically, the question was, what is more upsetting for a man to hear their women do? So either,
As far as cheating.
Cheating.
yeah, as far as cheating. So is it worse that your woman sleeps with someone, or is it worse that someone gives a blowjob?
Your girl gives a blowjob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if your girl were to cheat on you, would you be more upset if she actually like had sex with another man or gave another man a blowjob?
Right. And so let's flip it on you guys too. The same thing, right? Would you guys be upset vice versa with what you just said? So for Andy and I think at first I was thinking like, oh, penetration in the vag, like, nah. But then I started to think about you giving someone else some like fellatio action. I'm like, and I got so much more angrier because I feel like that for us is like a little more intimate, and it's just like, what are you doing down there? How dare you?
What are you doing now?
Yeah, so I think the idea of like blowjob is kind of like I'm thinking of your mouth. I'm like, don't let a dick go in there.
That's not
Versus sex, because I feel like, I don't know, sometimes you meet someone and they've had multiple sex partners, but like the idea of like entering your mouth is like more sacred.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is
and
what it
I
is.
felt the same thing. Like I was like, if I hear that, if you tell me like, yeah, I
Because
get
there's eye contact involved. There's her saying shit, and her spitting on it, or her, like
The dominance of it.
the
Submissiveness.
submissiveness of it, because it is a very submissive state of like kind of getting down on your knees and be like, yeah, bitch, like my dick. You know what I mean? Like versus the other one, it's more mutual. Like you both are enjoying something, and the other one is more of a service to him.
Got it.
yeah.
That's
That
a good way
was
I
a
think
good
that was
way
that
to
good
put
one.
it.
Yep.
I think that's what it is. It's like you're serving him, and you're like,
You're pleasing
yes, my
him.
lord.
Yeah.
And you're like, you
You did that.
I'm your king. It's me. So
Yeah, that's true. That's a good way to
anyways.
put it.
You're a slut if you do. No.
And what's funny is when we flipped it on ourselves, would we be more upset if our man cheated on us or went down on a girl? We both agreed that it would.
What would be more of a cheating?
What would be worse would be for them to have sex versus him going down on her.
a girl?
Yeah.
Cunnilingus.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, you went down on her, but did you like
But
actually
did you
have sex with her? And that's when we were like, whoa, that's different.
That it's
Why?
flipped.
Because a guy can just be as easily passionate into boxing that little bing bag, like a speed bag.
I guess I just view sex, like actual intercourse, as a more passionate, meaningful connection type of, and that's how I view it. So I view it more meaningful.
It is more meaningful, and I'm also the type to get into my head. So I'll be like, you were both naked, you were on top, you were probably putting her in the same positions that you put me in. Was she better? Was like, I'm gonna get into my head mentally, and then I'm also gonna think like, were you wearing protection or was it in the moment? Like, were you raw with her? Like that to me is like the ultimate like, how dare you?
Yeah.
You know. So I think I would like obviously don't do that.
Don't do either
don't cheat or
one.
do anything.
These guys,
But
you know?
to put the
Yeah,
question of would you rather have your man cheat like sexually, like actually do the sex act with another girl or just go down on her, I would 100% say like cheating on me would be worse than finding out you just like ate a girl out.
I mean, both are terrible, but I don't know.
But you
That's
would
just
be
worse.
like, oh, okay, you only went down on her, but
Yeah.
you didn't put your dick in her.
Yes. Yeah.
So is there something about the penis going into another woman that just becomes like, maybe it's like becoming one?
That's what I
bothers you?
was saying. Like, that's why from that question we were talking about, that's why I think sex is more meaningful
For women?
versus foreplay.
Oh. Because
But
we would prefer foreplay over.
Yep.
Because that was another
Sex.
question we asked. We asked him a question earlier that we actually answered on one of the other podcasts. Where would you rather have someone be better at foreplay or sex? And I personally said foreplay, and Marley said sex.
They have
So
to
we
be
asked.
good at one or the other only.
Yeah. So we asked the guys, and they both agreed saying foreplay. But what's funny is we found out that like even though I think foreplay is important, to know that he sexually cheated, like he had sex with somebody, would be hurtful for me. Like, but how was that? Like, how was that flipped, or what was the?
It was
half and
flipped
half?
because you felt that foreplay was more important for you. You rather than be better at foreplay than sex. And so when we started talking about what's worse, if he had sex with someone or if he went down on someone, but you chose sex, even though you feel foreplay is more important than sex.
Yeah.
So that's why it was like a
Interesting.
half and half for
That's
you.
why, yeah. I thought
But
the
that's
same.
why I still kept my answer as sex.
Yeah.
Because I find it more romanticized, more passionate. You're literally becoming one. He's entering you. Like it's
And wasn't
yeah.
the question too
you
like
can't be
between
any
you two?
closer. Literally, is how I look at it.
Sure. Wasn't the question between you two like, you can have really great foreplay, but the sex is like whatever? Well, weren't you guys talking about that? Or that's like the question I remember you guys asking.
Yeah, that was it. So they can only be good at one or the other. It can only be
okay.
good at sex or good at foreplay. So that's where I went
you,
in.
Andy, both all agreed foreplay. Meanwhile, Marley was stuck on like sex is more important for me. Like he has to be good at sex.
I think guys just like they want to perform well, or they want to make sure like whatever they have to offer is like good enough for you. you know, and
As
that's
you
why
should.
I like with us at least. Like I've always been like, and that happens over my like years of experience where I've always wanted to know like, damn, has anyone ever faked it with me? Like, how do I find out? And literally, I would be like, okay, cool. Like, let me know when you're about to finish. When I already know you did.
Yeah.
And then if you say a sentence along the line, oh, I already did like twice. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, I'm dumb. Or if you say something like, I'm about to, and I'm like, God damn it, I've been putting in my best fucking work, and this shit ain't working. Damn it. Okay. Yeah. And that's just me mentally thinking like, I want to please you because once I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm going to bed after, you know? So get yours.
So here's another thing why I feel like sex is more important than foreplay. Like I understand foreplay is really fun. I love foreplay. But I feel like if they're terrible at foreplay but better at sex, for foreplay, I could just use a vibrator honestly. And
Wait,
kind
I
of get
can
started
also-
off of that and then go from there.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and then even continue to use it during sex or whatever. I feel like there's other alternatives, but I guess that was just my mentality where I feel like it's just more meaningful to me.
Well, I mean, obviously everyone's different, and
Yeah.
whatever works for you guys, and whatever is like, is, gonna bring you guys closer, right? Like if that's what what works, and that's awesome. As long as you both are on the same page of shit,
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
it will
exactly.
make sense to me. You guys want to expand on that? I don't
Well
know.
said, Eric. Well said, Eric.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
Yeah.
Good job.
Anyways, don't give up blowjobs. It's different.
Please don't cheat on us.
At all. Either one of them.
So if we go and get blowjobs, it's not as bad, is what they're saying.
Ah.
Correct, but you'll still be left all
She'll
crazy.
still be
Yeah.
sleeping outside.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Don't do it. Anyways,
This one's for you. Sex toys. Yay or nay?
I've never done sex toys, so I wouldn't be opposed to it or against it or for it because I feel like I haven't done it.
We've done all 20 of your episodes in like 5 minutes. All crazy.
I know. They're just like, yes, no, yes, no. We're like,
Literally.
it's situational.
I know. It's literally, we start everything with that. All right. Guess it wasn't that interesting.
Just say them.
Are you friends with your exes?
We can talk. I can. Wait, can you guys?
No.
Not really.
For me, recently, yeah.
Yeah, you are.
Someone that I dated back in like fucking 2009 to 2012. 2012.
That people still ship.
That people, sure, whatever. But
I love her. I love her. Like,
but that's the thing is like she loves her, and then like so there's like a video one time where I remember talking to her, and I was just like, oh, I want to shoot this Mexican mom meets Latina girlfriend, and I was talking to Alex, and Alex said a specific name, and I was like, let me talk to Vanessa about it. So I went to Vanessa, and she said the same fucking name, and I was like, this is my ex. That is also in the same industry. She's an actor as well. And she goes, I fucking love her. Like, I think she'd be great. I'm like, cool. Let's see if she's down. So I invited her. She said, I'm 100% down. We filmed it here in this fucking like little living room area, dining room. And it was funny. It was great. Thank you. Yeah.
Really good video.
Mexican mom meets Latina girlfriend. That's my ex. But after everything else, like, it was just like, so many of the comments, it was a little like nostalgic. Like, dude, I've been on YouTube for 13
13 years?
This will be
12,
14.
13, 14?
That's insane.
Remember we were talking about that?
Yeah.
So, that was like a part of my past and something that like whenever we came back, like a lot of people found very nostalgic.
Completely.
I lost it, but it was would you date a person that your friend hooked up with?
So that'll be something for you guys because we just
Yeah.
answered this one.
But we can give our responses to them. I
Yeah,
think.
do your summarized responses, I guess.
You said no.
Oh, I said no.
She said no, she wouldn't date someone who hooked up with a friend. For me personally, I said it's situational, but I said I would have to come down to communicating and me going up to my friend like, hey, so I started talking to this person and he actually told me that you guys had a thing. I just want to let you know that, like, are you over it? What's your side of the story? If you don't feel comfortable with it, let me know. And then I would, like, obviously if he tells me like, oh, like,
Just
You know,
remember
like
little wood like movies.
I
know.
know.
I'm trying to
I
keep
just
it-
said it's situational, but I would communicate with both, and then if she's okay with it, like, oh yeah, dude, it was like a one-time thing, go for it. I'm like, okay, just wanted to run it by you though.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
So for me, I agree with you because I did have something like that in my early 20s. There was a girl that I got with, but I remember she was so strung up on like trying to get me to date her friend. She goes, "Oh, what do you think of her? What do you think of like, why don't you date her? Why don't you talk to her?" And I was like, "I can't." And she goes, "Why?" And I remember telling her like, because I'm into you. It was like a Usher song.
Mm-hmm.
One miss. So I remember like very randomly, she was like, "You were playing with those sticks, bro. Pay attention." So she, I remember like very randomly, I remember she's like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of this." And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that means, because I just told a girl that like I was into her versus her friend that I didn't know was super into me.
You've told me this.
Maybe I did a little bit. Yeah, I did. Maybe I did a little bit, but I was like, I'm not into her. I'm into you. But this was the first time that saying that, she was just like, oh, that's all she gave me. And then I know she goes, I'll be right back. It was almost like, I'll be right back. And when I found out later, she texted her friend like, hey, are you over him? Because if not, like, I'm into him.
Oh,
So it like kind of destroyed their friendship.
You destroyed their friendship.
It destroyed their. I don't put my. I was just trying to be like, listen, I'm only like
Being honest.
19 at this time.
And
I remember thinking like, don't push me against your friend. Like, I'm into you. And so at that moment, I remember thinking like, I don't know what you want to do with that information, but that's it. But whenever I found out later on, like when you peel everything back, she told her friend like, hey, so he's not into you, but I need to understand, are you over him yet? Because he's into me and I like him.
That is hurtful though.
yeah,
Yes.
see.
Anyways, and we dated for like a couple years. She's like doing the math.
Couple of years. I'm like Wednesday Addams.
Yeah, see, that's why I said no, just because of friendship. And also, if this is a friend that I'm extremely close with, like they're coming over for game nights or they're coming over for my birthday dinner, I don't know how comfortable I'm going to be with us all hanging out. Like, you know what I mean? Like nothing ever happened. So I just voted no, just to stay away from the drama.
Okay.
Handies?
same. Okay, see? Yeah.
So you agree with Marley?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you agree with Marley and I agree with Eric. We're on the same.
Wow, that's date.
That's the first time I think that we've ever agreed with our significant other.
Right?
I think there's more things that we actually do agree with our significant other versus the other things. Because I feel like the other things are like smaller things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Well, this has been a good podcast.
Yes,
Nice
did
long
you
one.
guys enjoy the topics? I know it was a lot of very intimate,
Literally
sexual.
just about our sex lives.
Yeah. But you guys got to meet Andy and Eric, who we always talk about, obviously.
And they fuck. These are the
And-
guys we talk about. And
Yeah.
fuck.
These are the faces to who
She fucks.
Like me and you, and like,
Not like orgy shit. Okay.
no.
you know, Hollywood. All crazy.
Oh my God.
Eric's finally hearing it now, like the all crazy.
Oh,
I heard it today, by the way.
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's been in my head all
funny.
crazy.
But yeah, you guys, that's going to conclude today's podcast. We really hope you guys enjoyed it and getting to know all of us and seeing our chemistry and our relationship and like really get to have more of the insight of like the guy's point of view versus like
Yeah.
what me and Marley always have to say, which is always the same thing.
And obviously, it's much more complicated for us because they answered like 50 questions in like 5 minutes. So
And just like, yes, they look at it as like it's a white or black
yeah,
situation.
it's just black and white to them.
Yeah.
And it's
You
like,
said white or black
I
and
know.
black and white.
Black and white.
You guys are the
And
opposite.
whenever we talk on the podcast,
There's all these different shades of gray.
area. It's
Remember we
situational.
talk on the podcast?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
if you
Make sure you
guys
subscribe, notification bell on. Follow them on Instagram, which will be right here. Sorry, Andy, more editing. And make sure you have those notifications on because you get another new notification for a clip or a video or something that you want to highlight and talk to your partner about and question them about.
And if you guys want to want us to answer or ask them questions for maybe the next time they're on our podcast, definitely let us know in the comments down below what questions you want us to ask them or vice versa, and we'll do that like another part 2.
That would be
we're
fun.
not coming back.
If they're okay,
Yeah.
it's one and
We're
done.
charging you next time.
Right?
Blowjobs. We're
It's gonna get
serious.
hot after this podcast.
Vibrator.
Oh,
You're
God.
welcome.
Do you guys have anything? Do you guys want to plug anything for yourselves?
Let's plug in love.
Oh.
No, go subscribe to my YouTube. I need more subscribers.
No, we're definitely going to have their socials down below, their Instagrams, their TikToks, their YouTube channels. Like, you will find everybody's social handles in the description box.
Mark Anthony.
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars. Tom Cruise.
Oh my God, Vanessa, thank
He
you.
loves him that much.
Look,
Yeah, do you guys have anything you guys want to sign off on or say?
I'm hungry.
we're
Yeah.
very hungry.
I'm hungry.
It's hungry. We're hungry. It's
It's
hungry.
hungry day. No, it's 2 o'clock. Wow, why do we...
It's hung 30.
I need to take a shower too. I'm gonna shower. You guys get food. We'll shower.
All right.
Okay.
But all right, you guys. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bestie gang, bestie gang, bestie gang.
The tears.
Well...
The teas and the. I know.